Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now, what's happening in the energy. Keep in mind it's general, it could be past, present, or future. Okay, you're going to know best where this fits on your timeline. Okay, so with that being said, let's see what's going on, what you guys need to know right now, what's happening in the energy at this time. Let's see. All right, the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I mean, it came out 3 swords in reverse. All right, so I'm taking it this way. This has to do with overcoming pain, betrayal, healing something. All right, healing your heart. The 3 of Cups. This is like giving me like with the message here. It's like people that it's like listening to the, how should I say this? I feel like there's people around you that are saying things to you and it's like healing you in some sort of way, okay? But I want to clarify before I say too much. So let's see what this is. Why is it 3 swords in reverse? It's making me feel like as much noise as there is, or as much negativity as there is, right? Like try and drown it out, because there's actually a lot of like try and drown it out and hear the good things that heal your heart, right? Because sometimes I feel like we tend to focus on the things that kind of bring us down or make us feel like we tend to drown. Like if somebody makes like a negative comment, that tends to play in our mind over and over again, way more than the other 10 people that say something nice, right? So it's kind of given me like, try and drown out the negativity and listen to the positive things, okay? Let's see, what's the 3 of Swords in reverse? Yeah, the Knight of Swords is again the Hanged Man. And the 3 of Wands in reverse. So it could be that maybe right now you feel kind of like stuck in the in-between, like maybe you feel a bit in limbo, right? You don't really know what's going to happen or what's coming up in the future. Or if this is somebody else that's trying to do this, all right, they're trying to get you stuck. Let's see, what's this? 3 of Cups. The Ace of Wands in reverse and the Empress. A missed opportunity. The 2 of Swords. So it's about not knowing what to think or not knowing what to believe, kind of being stuck in 2 minds, all right? Not having a clear mind about something. I mean, with the Ace of Wands in reverse, this is like giving me wondering if you should take action on something or not, or it's even making me feel a bit like letting other people influence your decisions a bit, right? Or if you want to do something, it's kind of like, should I do it or not? I mean, this is kind of giving me like asking other people for advice, like asking other people like, what do you think about this? I don't really know what I want to do. Like, would you do this? I feel like you need to be careful to not let yourself be influenced to like not do something, all right? If that's what you want to do, okay? Like it's kind of giving me like someone making you feel scared to do something, or telling you it's like a bad idea, even though your heart is calling you to do it in some sort of way, okay? Let's see. What's the Page of Wands? The Page of Wands again. the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Magician. Yeah, it's kind of like this is a message for someone. Okay, Page of Wands, Page of Wands. But it's making me feel like there's something that you want to do. There's something that you want to take action on. Like you want to maybe go a new path. You want to maybe explore or do something spontaneous. All right. But the Page of Pentacles in reverse is like not doing it because you feel like it won't bear fruit in a way, right? It's like, it's like you want it. Okay, so how should I say this? This is kind of like the energy of you wondering if, or you thinking about, let's say, moving to a different country and thinking about starting a business there. Let's just say, or you just want to move to a different country, okay? But we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which is making me feel like it could have something to do with, because obviously if you move to a different country, you're going to have to think about what you're going to do for work, right? So this is kind of making me feel like you have this energy in you, this spontaneous energy of like, yeah, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do it. I really think I could do it. I really think I could make it work. But then the Page of Pentacles in reverse is like, but is it going to work? Like, is it really going to be successful? Can I really plant this seed? Like, what if I go in a different country and open a restaurant? Like, is anybody going to come? You know, it's kind of like that. And wherever you are, I feel like you're asking maybe people for advice because you don't really know. Like, do you think this is a good idea? Do you think this is going to work? Do you think that? But I feel like they're kind of telling you not to do it. I don't know. Tell me more about the Three of Swords reverse, please. The Seven of Cups and Strength. Yeah, this is like you being confused about your own strength or if you can do this. But I feel like you know that you can. I feel like you know that you have the strength to do this. And you have the resilience to get through anything. But it's like you're confused about like the planning of it, okay? Like with this, Three of Wands in reverse, you're like, but is it going to really work out? Or what's going to happen in the future? Or what's going to happen after that? You know, all right. The Fool in reverse, so you're not doing something. You're not jumping into the new beginning, or you might think something is too risky. Yeah, whoever you are, I really feel like you're thinking about doing something big, like making a big move that's really going to change your whole life or the trajectory of your whole life. You know, for some of you guys, it could even be like, you know, should I just drop out of college and like just do a trade job? I don't know. It's giving me something big though, like you wondering like, but can I really do it? Do I really have the strength? It's like, you know that you do, but what is it that's stopping you? Let's see. What is it? Why is the Three of Wands reversed here? The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this is going to change your whole life. It's going to change your whole life. But I feel like since you can't see that far into the future, you just don't know. There's too much uncertainty, okay? The World, yeah, something about the world. I don't know. It's just like moving really far away or traveling or something like that. It's like doing something big, changing something big, going far away. That's what this feels like. Like you're thinking about making a big change, all right? Like moving all the way across the country or something like that. The Ten of Swords. I feel like this is more of a fear, if I'm being honest. This is like that fear of like, what if it fails epically? Like, what if it's an epic fail and I move all the way over there and then I end up homeless and then the worst things happen and then I just can't even get back because I can't afford a plane ticket. It's like something like that. That's what this feels like. A Coffin in reverse. Yeah, you don't know if you should it's kind of like, should you just end your whole life? Okay. Like, should I end, like, you would have to, I mean, depends on what this is. I'm not really sure what exactly this is, but, you have to think about, like, ending your job, ending your lease, ending your mortgage, selling your house, whatever this is. I don't know. But it feels like a big change. Yeah, you're like, what can I expect? Look at that. Thoughts and expectations. You're like, how can I expect this to go? So you're thinking, like, what can I expect? Like, what's going to happen? What can I expect to happen? What could go wrong? What could go right? It's like you're trying to make a plan here. Yeah, journey, okay? This is like for someone that's planning on moving far away. I don't know, but I feel it. You're like, should I do it? Somebody here is like, should I do it? Should I just do it? We'll see. I'll tell you what the cards say, okay? If you should do it or not. But tell me about this 3 of Cups, 2 of Swords. Yeah, 10 of Wands. It's like, but that's coming out with the 3 of Cups, which is making me feel like people that you're talking about this to, they're like, oh man, that's going to be really hard. I mean, that's going to be a lot. I mean, that's going to be really hard. But I feel like you're hearing this from people that would not make this kind of a change. So to them, it feels like insurmountable. Okay. So, the 7 of Wands. Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, the 7 of Wands, that's even like blocking. Or the King of Swords. So I don't know if you're the King of Swords or if this is who you're talking to, but what's the 7 of Wands? Clock, needing time, taking time. Yeah, it kind of feels like whoever you're talking to is telling you like, but are you sure it's the right time? Like maybe you should take some more time to think about this. You might need some more time to plan this. Like, yeah, that's what it feels like. It's like you should think about this a little bit longer. Okay, are you sure about this? I mean, it's going to be really hard, okay? Oh man, that's a lot that came out here. Soulmates, a soulmate connection. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you, letting you know. Introspection. So you could be thinking about right now something that somebody said to you and thinking about you, letting you know. It's kind of like, it's giving me like you're asking someone for advice and they're coming across like they are thinking of you and what's best for you, right? So it's kind of like, I do think that this person, like, let's just take this example, right? You're like telling them, I want to move really far away. What do you think? And they're like, well, I just, I love you. And I just want to let you know that this is going to be really hard. Are you sure you're ready for this? Maybe you should take some more time to think about this. And that sounds like a good intention behind it. I don't feel like this person is trying to dissuade you from this. I think that they are trying to look out for you with this advice. So it could be getting you stuck in your head because you are doing some sort of introspection. You're taking it to account. But the question is though, did you feel self-doubt before you talked to this person? Did you feel like you couldn't do this or you couldn't master this or you couldn't conquer this before you talked to this person? Because sometimes people mean well for us or they want to look out for us, but they end up saying things that make us doubt our choices, right? Even if we feel on the inside like that's what's best for us, all right? So tell me more about that, please. The Four of Cups. Whose energy is that? The High Priestess in reverse. Interesting. I feel like the Four of Cups is you kind of walking away from the conversation with this person, almost being upset that they didn't agree with you on it, or they didn't tell you like, yeah, it's a great idea, you should totally do it, right? Because sometimes when we're asking people for advice with things, we're kind of looking for like validation almost, that it's the right thing to do, right? So if you're saying, hey, I'm thinking about moving really far away, or I'm thinking about starting a new job, or I'm thinking about, I don't know, like dropping out of college, I don't know, whatever it is, right? And then they don't tell you what you want to hear, you can walk away from that being kind of like, oh God, I feel like you don't support me in this, right? Like I feel you walk away feeling a bit upset because you feel like they don't support you in your decision. But at the same time, I feel like that feeling right there is actually your confirmation that whatever it is you want to do is what you want to do. Because if it weren't in your heart to want to go that direction, you wouldn't have this much of a negative reaction to the fact that someone else disagrees with you. You get what I'm saying? Like if you were really on the fence about doing this or not, and someone says to you, are you sure you want to do it? You would probably spiral into the, oh man, maybe I don't want to do it. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I don't want to do it. But if you're walking away from the conversation being like, oh, like, I really feel like you didn't even listen to me. I really feel like you didn't even hear how this is a great idea and I want to do this. Like, I really feel like you don't even support me. Then that is almost like your confirmation that you are listening to your heart when you want to take the step. You don't actually need a second opinion to tell you that this is what you want to do, right? You don't really need someone else to tell you that you can do this. I feel like you were looking for that, but you don't actually really need that second opinion. But maybe you would feel more settled or more safe if you had that. But you don't actually need that, because something in your spirit is telling you that there's something that you want to do, and there's almost like no one that can dissuade you from doing this, even someone that appears to be very close to you, right? So I feel like that's actually a sign, okay? So what else here? Bad memories of the past, or somebody stuck in the past, or not growing up. Or maybe you feel like someone doesn't see you as a grown-up, or they don't see you as someone that's grown, or the Two of Pentacles, something about weighing some sort of options or decisions, or trying to balance something out here. Yes, has to do with releasing a sense of security, or releasing what you thought was stable up until this point, or what you felt made you secure. Okay, the Four of Swords, the Devil. What is the Devil trying to tell collective right now? The Page of Cups in reverse. It's something about this reaction that you're having. Tell me about this Page of Cups reverse. Paradise. Happiness, expansion, joy. Yeah, it's almost like you feel like someone put a damper on your plans. Like you could have felt very optimistic going into this and like, you know, you feel, hold on. All right, like whatever this is was going to make you happy, okay? Expansion. But this person, yeah, it feels like, I feel like you feel like they don't, it really feels like not, like you don't feel like getting worked up because you feel like they don't see the vision. Like they're making you feel, how should I say this? It's like you went to them for support and they ended up trying to dissuade you, okay? Like that. Many options, decisions. Yeah, they kind of, so I don't know if this person that you're talking to made you say, like, try to get you to consider all of your options or, you know, try to get in your head about decisions, like you have multiple decisions, many options. But why is the devil here? Is that for the collective or is that for the person that's talking to collective? The Chariot in reverse. Yeah, it's like blocking you, making you feel demotivated, almost like brakes on a car, right? It's like stopping your forward movement, okay? Your momentum. The Ace of Pentacles. When it comes to a new idea, a new investment. The Judgment. Yeah, you walked away feeling like they were judging you. Like, it's like you went to someone for support and to feel almost like, how should I say this? Like encouraged in a way, or, you know, supported or motivated or something like that. And you walked away from the conversation feeling like they were judging you, okay? Or like they didn't believe in you, or like they felt like you couldn't do it or some sort of way, right? Confirmation. So why is this so important for collective right now? The Six of Wands, because you're going to be victorious, all right? It's going to work out. This is going to be successful. The King of Swords and the Fool in reverse. So I feel like you are the King of Swords. Okay, or this is who you were talking to. I don't know, like just flip it around how it needs to go, okay? So either you're the King of Swords or, like I said, it has something to do with not making a move, not taking a risk, or somebody saying something is too risky, okay? Or it's a bad idea, or it's not going to work, or it is going to be successful though. You are going to have success with this, even if somebody feels like this is too risky, think about this again. Are you sure you want to do this, right? But your intuition, like, look, I feel like why the High Priestess in reverse is here is because you could be now maybe thinking like, okay, maybe I am getting ahead of myself and this is too much and this is too crazy, too impulsive. Like maybe I need to listen to this person. But if you do that, I feel like you're actually going against your intuition, because your intuition is like firing up in you and it's coming out in a way that I feel like is a bit hard for you to comprehend, because it's like it's coming out in the way of you feeling like this person doesn't support you. Okay? It's coming out in a way of you being like, but don't you understand my vision? I mean, I feel like I can do this. Why aren't you supportive? I really believed in this idea and now you're saying this isn't a good idea. That's actually your intuition. If that makes any sense, it's because you're having this really strong reaction to the fact that you feel like this is being blocked because something in your heart is calling you to do this. There is something that's like, I want to do this. I feel like I can do this. Something's calling to me. It's calling me in that direction and I can't understand why. And if somebody's trying to talk you out of it and that is really irritating your spirit, it's because it's like, no, you're supposed to go there, okay? That's kind of what this feels like. Let's see. But yeah, is my intuition correct with the way that I'm interpreting this? Okay. The Hermit. Yeah, go within. Listen to your inner voice, there's an inner voice. There's an inner calling. There's something here that's calling you somewhere. It's like there's a lantern in a specific direction and you just feel like you want to go that way. Okay. The Ten of Cups and the Queen of Cups. I mean, this could have something to do with family as well. Maybe it's family that's telling you not to do something, or they're getting in your ear, trying to dissuade you and judging this decision. But if it's irritating you that they're doing that, then that's what you need to look at, that feeling, right? The Magician in reverse. It's like you feel like this is getting away in the way of your manifestations, okay? Or maybe you feel like you're being manipulated, all right? Or they don't see the vision. They don't see what you're trying to create. They don't see your possibilities, your opportunities. They just don't see it the same way. Confirmation. All right. So then what's the Page of Wands here for the collective? The Sun. Go towards your happiness, all right? Go towards what's calling you. There's some sort of a light that's calling you, and you feel like this will make you happy. And I feel like Spirit's saying go for it. The Four of Wands. Yeah, something about building something, a home, all right? Or maybe you want to move, or a new community, or something about building something, okay? A Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I don't know if this Queen of Pentacles in reverse is the person that's trying to dissuade you, okay? The Seven of Pentacles, they're trying to tell you, someone here is trying to tell you, could be a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that this isn't going to work. This is not going to work out. It's going to fail. It's not going to go anywhere. Or maybe you're thinking this. Maybe you're thinking that this isn't going to work out because of the money. I don't know. Okay. Tell me more about that. The Eight of Swords in reverse. No, this is about you freeing yourself from some sort of imprisonment. And I feel like in this sense, it's about freeing yourself from the opinions of others. All right. Or, like getting yourself stuck in your head and hung up on what somebody else thinks or their opinion or what they would do. It's like you really have to free yourself from other people, because many decisions in life, you're going to have to make those decisions without anyone else telling you that they support you or that they think it's a good idea. A lot of things you're just going to have to kind of go for because your heart is telling you to do it and no one around you is firing you on. Confirmation again. Did you hear that? Right? It's like we can't always count on having a supportive person around us, unfortunately, right? Sometimes we're really going to have a lot of people that tell us not to do something or that it's too risky. But if your heart is calling you to do it, I feel like that's the voice that has to drown out the rest. And that's kind of what I was getting at the beginning. It's like, listen to what feels good to you. What is it that feels good? What is the What feels positive, all right? You have to drown out the negativity sometimes, okay? Don't listen to that one negative person. Listen to the positivity, all right? Or what feels good to you, okay? So that's more important. The Hermit, again, yeah. Listen to yourself. Don't listen to anyone else. I feel like this reading is really about you have to listen to yourself when you make this decision, okay? Whatever it is. Listen to the inner voice, because I feel like your inner voice is telling you to go do something, okay? And that one has to be the one that you listen to in the end, all right? Above all else. Because I really feel like it's guiding you the right way. It's really telling you, like, I feel like I need to do this. I want to go do this. I want to make this move. And I can't even explain why, but I feel like I can do it. And sometimes the people around us, like I said, they think they mean us well, but they're dissuading you, or they're talking to you out of their own point of view and out of their own set of experiences and their own limiting beliefs. So if you're asking someone, like, this is just an example, but if they have never moved, for example, they've always been in the same town, they've never moved away, they're probably going to die there. That person, there's a reason why they never moved, and it's probably because they were scared to move, all right? They're not somebody that would make a move like that. So if you're asking them for advice saying, I want to move far away, of course they're going to say, well, are you sure you want to do that? But you have to understand, in that situation, they're speaking out of their own eyes. You know, it's like they can't imagine themselves doing that. So how are they going to tell you that that's a good idea? Because if they think about themselves, and if they would ever do that, they would not do that. That's scary. So they can't really give you that advice that you want to hear, because they would not do that, right? And that's why you have to listen to yourself, because you are not them. You're your own person. You want to make your own experiences. And you might have a character that does other things that this person wouldn't do. So they're not really a good person to kind of talk to about it, I guess you could say, right? It's like, I feel like when you take this leap of faith and you jump into this new beginning, you have to listen to that inner voice, because that's the only one that's really going to carry you through this. And I feel like it is guiding you the right way. I feel like it's telling you to make the jump. Make the jump. It's going to work out. It is. There's a reason why you're being called there, okay? Or being called to do that, okay? And then we have the Queen of Wands here. And a Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this is the person, a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that's telling you not to do something, all right? Don't do that. Don't go there. This is a bad idea. You can't do this. Are you sure you want to do that? I'm not sure you should do this. Think about why they are saying all this to you, all right? You know, I don't know. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, something about what you're planning here. You're planning something here, or you're thinking about something here. Something about a home, a community, building something, all right? Starting something, some sort of stability, something you want to do. You want to take action towards some sort of a foundation. But again, I feel like whoever you're talking to, they can't really give you any kind of advice that will help you in this situation, because they wouldn't do this themselves. They're not capable of doing this, you know. So let's see. I just want to ask one more thing. Should collective make this move, and what's the outcome if they do? Whatever it is. Oh, yeah, look at this. It's like, you cannot ask these people for opinions. Don't rely on someone else's opinion. You can't ask someone else for advice. You can't ask them for how they would do this. You can't ask them you can't work together with other people on this. That's just what's coming out. It's like you're not going to be able to ask other people, what do you think I should do? You can't. In this situation, you can't ask anyone else, what would you do in this situation? Because I feel like you know what you want to do, but it's like, okay, so question to whoever you are. Why do you feel like you need the opinion of others? Or why do you feel like in order to do this, you need someone that agrees with you? Why do you need that to do what this is? Why is that important to you to have someone that agrees with you? Why are you asking these things? Like, why do you want that? I feel like that's what you need to ask yourself, okay? And it has something to do with you not knowing if the seed is going to work out, if something's going to prosper, or if something's going to work, or maybe you feel like it's a bad investment, okay? It's not worth investing in. The Five of Wands in reverse, avoiding conflict, avoiding a fight, not wanting to fight with people, not wanting to argue with people, not wanting to hear opinions. So you don't want to argue with people. You don't want to hear their opinions. So what's the outcome? The Knight of Pentacles. So you don't know the strategy to take. You don't know how to plan this. You don't know how to make a practical decision. Or these are the people that you're trying to ask for advice. It's like they wouldn't know how to do this. They wouldn't know how to strategize this or how to plan for this. The Two of Cups. Something about a relationship or asking other people. I mean, this could have a lot to do with money, right? Or your independence. Giving and receiving, a transaction, and an independence. Money. Or maybe you're very used to like doing something with other people, right? Maybe you're very used to having connections in your life, like people that you work together with, all right? And whatever this is independence. Like this is something you have to do alone. Okay, so now I see why that's where this starts. It's like if you are thinking about, look, exactly. If you're thinking about doing something independently, where you're going to be doing it alone, it starts now. Confirmation. It starts now. You have to kind of get into the practice of doing things alone, making your own decisions, not relying on others' opinions, thinking about what's best for you. You have to start doing that now, not after the fact, like after you've made the choice. You have to even start right now before it even happens. It feels like this situation is like a practice run for you in getting used to the fact, or getting used to this situation of no longer asking other people. It's like practice in listening to your own voice, listening to your own inner self, your own inner wisdom, listening to what feels right for you. It's like it starts right now. And this is the practice run. This is the trial run, right? This is what you have to master in order to even get to doing it independently. So if you get what I'm saying, it's like, it's the trial run right now. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, so I feel like that's where you need to get to. Okay, one last card, hold on. The Chariot. You know where you want to go. You know what you want to do. You're very determined. You know which direction. You have the drive. You have the motivation. You're ready to go. You're ready to move forward, all right? And that's all you need. That's really all you need. You don't need another person's opinion. You don't. And if you feel like you do, ask yourself why. Why? Because when you get to this place and you get to wherever you're going and you're on your own with that, you have to get used to not having anyone else that you can ask. You have to get used to relying on yourself or relying on your own intuition and your own instinct. I feel like it's more instinct in this reading than it is intuition. It's like, what is your instinct telling you to do? Okay. And rely on that more than someone else around you that's telling you, I think you should do this. Okay. So I hope that helps, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Let's see who's involved here. A Sagittarius and a sister. September, SSS. A Capricorn. A Taurus, May, and November. Yeah, we have a Capricorn and a Taurus. So Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and July. And then we have a brother and February. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time.